Hey guys, it's Kristine. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. On this channel, I talk about budgeting as a single mom of 2 adult kids. I have a son who lives at home with me and a daughter who's away at college. My goals are to get my spending under control, save up for retirement, build an emergency fund, and try to stay out of debt, all while still trying to live my life. However, my short-term goal is to manage a smaller paycheck while watching all of my daughter's games this year. It's her senior year as a college student athlete, and I'm determined to be there for all of her games. Even if in the short term, it means more expenses and less pay. If you would like to join me on this journey, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and comment down below if you want to see more content like this. It would help my channel very much. So in this video, we're going to go over the different criteria I use when choosing hotels. This is especially helpful when I'm booking several hotel stays over a period of time. This is by no means an exhaustive list. This is just what has worked for me in the past and what I'm going to be doing in the future. If you stay till the end of this video, I'm going to go over the different costs and amenities of the hotels that I booked. So make sure to stick around for that. Okay, so before we do that though, I'm going to go ahead and talk about how I pick hotels. So there's a lot of different ideas that goes into picking hotels. Of course, there's brand, there's price, there's location, and then there's amenities. So I will say with brand, I did used to do like the Marriott hotels. And when I say used to, I mean not too long ago. Like I would do the Marriott brand hotels or the Hilton brand hotels. Hiltons and Marriotts are pretty much anywhere and everywhere you could go. It made it easier to rack up rewards points. So that's another thing too. You want to join the rewards programs. Because not only do you get the points and possibly earn future night stays, you could also have access to lower prices. If you have AAA, that's another great thing as well. One hotel group that I started staying at probably back in, I think my daughter was in junior high, are the Windham Hotels. The very first Windham Hotel I stayed at was in New Orleans. They had junior nationals there, and that's how I was introduced to the Windham Hotels. And we stayed there for about a week. I racked up enough points to get us, I think, a couple nights free at a hotel in Santa Cruz. Now, the hotels under the Windham umbrella tend to be more like, at least in California, they tend to be more motel-ish. So it's like your Travelodge, your Super 8. But they also have like La Quinta, Ramada, so stuff like that. And that brings us to price. So under the Windham group, their hotels or motels are generally cheaper than your Marriotts or your Hiltons. You definitely want to compare those. And if you are a rewards program member or whatever, or even if you're not, sometimes you could just go on their website and compare the different hotels under their umbrella. So with Hilton, you've got the DoubleTree, you've got the Embassy Suites. Those are really nice. There's also the Homewood Suites, the Hilton Garden Inn, Hampton Inn. So yeah, the list kind of goes on. So for Marriott, there's Courtyard, there's Fairfield, there's Spring Hill Suites, there's Residence Inn, Towns Place Suites, and yeah, different brands under the Marriott umbrella. And Hilton and Marriott are generally like a trusted brand, so I really enjoyed staying with them. Another thing too is when we would book our hotels, we tried to stay with the team, and they generally stayed in the nicer hotels. So later on, we kind of got away from that just because cost and stuff. But I tried to stay at least with 1 or 2 other team members because it was good, not just bonding with the girls, you know, the players, but also for me, bonding with the parents and having, you know, other adults that I knew were going to be at the same hotel. So that's that. So price is pretty important, especially if you're going to do a lot of hotel stays. If maybe you're only doing 1 hotel stay in the whole year or in the whole season and you want to make a nice trip out of it, definitely, you know, you could definitely think of splurging. But if you've got a lot of games or a lot of hotel stays that you're planning out, you want to make sure you look at the price. So along with a rewards program and AAA, you want to look into booking early. As soon as you get your schedule, as soon as you know when you're supposed to be there, it really helps to book early. Sometimes they have the cheaper rates, like if you book 14 days ahead. But not only that, like the stock, like not stock, availability of hotel rooms. So the sooner you could book, the better. I would avoid the non-refundable, because, you know, something might change, venues might change, locations, someone might get sick or injured or whatever. So if you can't refund it, then you're out that cost. So it pays, literally, it pays to get the refundable room and also be aware of the cancellation date. So that's another good one. Be aware of the cancellation policy. Some places you could cancel up to midnight the night before. Some places are like 2 days ahead, 3 days ahead. So you really have to make sure you know what the cancellation policy is. And there's also location. So, depending on where you have to be and what the purpose is. So let's say you're going for, I don't know, a beach vacation or something, and you want to be close to the beach. You're definitely going to look at places that are close to the beach. If you don't mind driving a little bit, then you're going to, you know, book out a little farther. For us, we used to like, what's a good example? Okay, so the San Jose Convention Center, they had, so the convention center, and then there was a Hyatt House across the street, but attached to the convention center, there was like a Hilton and a Marriott. I'd never stayed at the Hilton there, but I have stayed at the Hyatt House, Hyatt Place, something like that. That's another brand. And also I've stayed at the Marriott. So the cool thing about being right on site is you could walk to the venue, basically. Grab breakfast, walk to the venue. You know, your daughter plays their games. Now I'm kind of giving away what sport she plays. Okay, so whatever. And you could just walk back to the venue between games. And that was nice. I liked the Hyatt Place better, though, because they had awesome breakfast. Marriott did not have a breakfast. So that's kind of going to amenities. So what amenities are important to you? For me, so let me do another thing here. Amenities. So for me, I like to have a mini fridge. I like to have a microwave. Free breakfast is nice. Free parking is nice. What else? Oh, free Wi-Fi. So you want to look at the amenities and what is more important to you as far as getting your costs down. So if you have a mini fridge, obviously you can pack some food or go to the grocery store and make sure your fridge is stocked up. Microwave, you could heat up your food. You could either heat up leftovers or you could buy microwavable foods from the grocery store and heat it up there. Free breakfast is great because then you don't have to worry about cooking that one meal. Free parking. Some places don't have free parking, so then you have to see, is it like $10 a night? Is it $30 a night? I've seen places that are like $60 a night, and it just totally like that racks up the hotel cost, and usually that's a deal breaker for me. If it's something like $5, $10, even $20 in like cities where parking is a premium, I would pay that much. If it increases the cost of my hotel stay too much, then I will usually pick a hotel that's a little bit of a drive away. And again, that's totally up to you. Like, do you want to drive? Do you want to have to worry about finding parking? Again, going back to the San Jose example, so they have some convention parking, they have some street parking, they have structures where you could park, but you know, that gets to be a hassle, especially if there's a lot of people competing for the same spots. Free Wi-Fi, this is, I usually use my my cell phone data anyway, so this is not a big deal, but if you have kids who are trying to get their homework done, the free Wi-Fi is nice. So I'm going to share with you what I ended up with. And the reason why I stuck with Windham Hotels is because they're cheaper and I can get like points pretty quickly. So right now I'm sitting on like 13,000 points. Some places will take 10,000 points for a free night. They also have like the go fast or where 3,000 points will earn you like a discount. I'm like really close to getting that free night at a certain hotel. I'll go over that with you guys. So on August 26th to the 28th, we are staying at a Howard Johnson. This is on the Central Coast. It's going to be $389.82. That is a bit, I know it seems expensive, and it is, but for this area, it's a really good deal. A lot of the other hotels that I would normally stay in were like $200-$300 per night. So this was, I've never been here, so I'm hoping it's good. The reviews are good, so you also want to make sure you're reading the reviews. You know, kind of look deeper into the reviews. Some people just leave nasty reviews because they like to complain about everything. But if you're seeing a pattern of like the same kind of complaints, then I would stay away from that. But another thing I kind of stay away from too is like the reviews that are over the top, wonderful, awesome. Those seem kind of fishy to me. So I like to find a balance of good reviews and maybe something that's critical of the place to kind of give me a nicer picture. Yelp is good. Oh my gosh, I forgot the other website that's good, that they do like customer rates and stuff. I also like those sites with pictures. But yeah, sorry. So for the Howard Johnson, it's got the 2 queens, it's got the mini fridge, it's got the microwave, and I called and asked them about breakfast, and because it didn't mention breakfast on the app. And the lady was super nice, and she told me it was a grab and go breakfast. I think it's like a Jimmy Dean sausage sandwich thing, plus some yogurt and fruit, and also your option of making your own oatmeal. So I thought that was great. But with the fridge and microwave, that would help too, like if we wanted to heat up our own foods. So I also included how much tickets were for the game and how much the parking is. I also listed out the dates and times for my daughter's games. So using this, I left this blank page in between. So using this, I will make myself like a schedule of what we're going to do, because it's really important to plan things out, or else you're going to end up wasting time, wasting money. So yeah. So the next one is a Travelodge. This is one we have stayed at before when we went to do the Dodgers games. So this has 2 kings, a fridge, a microwave, no breakfast, but parking and Wi-Fi are free. It was $264.70. The tickets for the venue are free because it's a home game, so my daughter can get us on the list, and then we get in for free. But parking is $10 a day. And so on this particular weekend, she's playing, or the team is playing four games. So again, the blank page. Travelodge, same thing. It's a little bit cheaper on this weekend compared to the previous weekend. On this weekend, we are, it says driving. Okay. Oh, it's a Thursday. Yeah, so this one, I think I did take that Thursday off. We're going to drive up there and then drive back home. And then the next day, we are driving. This is pretty crazy. Okay, so this is Bay Area. This is San Diego area. So I might regret not taking that Friday off, because this is Saturday. So Thursday, we're going to the Bay Area. Friday, I'm going to be working. Then Saturday, going to San Diego area. So in San Diego County, we are staying at a La Quinta Inn, and it's $180.74 for one night. It has 2 queens, a fridge, a microwave, a hot breakfast, which my son will love, free parking, free Wi-Fi. And then again, I put the tickets there. That's only for one game. So hoping we could do a little bit of visiting and sightseeing there. The downside of an away game is I don't get to talk to my daughter very long. Like, we'll see her for, like, if we get there early enough, we might see her before the game. But for the most part, like, we see her for 10 minutes afterwards. And that is it's a very long way to see your kid for 10 minutes, but it's totally worth it. I remember her freshman year, I lived for those games, like, you know, because I missed her so much. So I think it's going to be nice just to go to see her play, but also to see her and visit and see how she's doing. So I really like doing that, especially if maybe it was a difficult game and they've lost. You know, it's just nice to be there to kind of console her, support her, but also when they win, like, it's great to just like celebrate that with her. So even though it's just a few minutes, I think it's totally worth it. So again, here, the Travelodge, this is the same Travelodge, same price. This one I didn't pencil in because I did not book it. I think I was planning to just drive to the Central Coast, but the next day we are then driving or going to the Bay Area. So this is September 30th, which is a Friday, and then Saturday going to the Bay Area. So I put TBA here to be announced, and I put free because by then I will have definitely racked up enough points to get a free night. So I am still debating whether to go ahead and book this now or to wait till I have that free night. This is in the Bay Area. So this is 2 queens. It's got a fridge, a microwave, hot breakfast. It mentioned parking on site, but it didn't say free parking. So I put a question mark on the parking fee there. There is free Wi-Fi. And this is just for one night, $179.41. And there's that Travelodge again. Travelodge again, same price. This place is decent. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite place, but it's decent and it's a good price. This one is in the high desert. I might change this booking actually because my mom might go with us, and this La Quinta only has doubles. So it's got the fridge, the microwave, hot breakfast, free parking, and Wi-Fi for $317.36. I did some looking around, and there are some places with queen size beds. So like my mom and I would share a bed, and then my son could have the other bed. But as it is right now, I've got this. There's that Travelodge again. And this one is in the Central Valley. So we are driving. So no hotel for this one. I might change this though, because the next day, so that's November 4th, which is a Friday, we're going to Northern California, like Northern California. So I was thinking like on Friday, I might drive up halfway to this place. But for now, I have this date as driving back and forth. So then this one is at a Super 8. This, it was pretty crazy trying to find a place there that was affordable and available, basically. It was slim pickings. So Super 8, 2 queens, fridge, microwave, light breakfast, free parking and Wi-Fi for $165.31 for one night. I have stayed at a Super 8 before down in Santa Cruz and also in Los Angeles, like across from Dodger Stadium. I think that was a Super 8. And they're decent. You just have to read the reviews. Yeah. If I had more money, like if I were a rich person, I would definitely like not be staying at a Super 8 or some of these other places. Not to say anything bad about them, but it's just I really do prefer the Hiltons and the Marriotts. But I'm not above staying at these other places. They are decent places. The Travelodge that we stayed at, the beds were huge. I mean, they were king. The room was huge and was also like close to the highway, but you couldn't hear the highway. Like you couldn't hear the traffic until you step outside. Then you realize how nice and insulated it is from the noise. So I really appreciate that. And that was sort of our test run, because we were going to book there so many times. The hotel that we normally stayed at is a lot closer to my daughter's daughter's school. It was under the Hilton brand, and I used to earn points there, but their prices went up to like $180 a night, and I just cannot swing $400, because you got to think of taxes too. So $400 a weekend, that's just not sustainable for me. So the whole reason I brought out this calculator was to go over the price with you. So I've got this right here, $389.82, $264.70, $231.32, $180.74, $231.32. Hopefully I can get that for free. $179.41, $231.32, $231.32, $317.36, $231.32, $165.31. Okay, so I put to be announced here, but it's actually, I've gone ahead and booked there. So if they make the championships, I've already got a room for $270.61. Oh, so my total is looking like $2,653.94. Yes, it is a lot of money. So I went ahead and got this from the Budget Moms. This is one of her free printables. I am kind of going at this backwards because I haven't gotten the debt yet, but I'm sort of like anticipating that I will. I was thinking a lot about like how much my minimum payments are going to be, because to be honest, I'm not going to be able to afford these hotels, not when I am not getting any more paid time off. I'll probably have like an extra 100 or so because of my raise. And I'm even looking to see how much that's going to be, because I don't know what it will be like when I'm only working 8 days out of the 10 that I normally work. So I'm going to round this up to 3,000. Because, you know, there's interest rates and all that stuff. Not fun stuff. And so for $3,000 divided by 120 puzzle pieces, every puzzle piece is going to be $25. So like I said, I'm going about this kind of in a backwards way because I have not accrued the debt yet, but I will. Every time I'm making a payment towards that, I'm going to color this in. So I'm assuming a $3,000 debt right off the bat, and I'm going to go ahead and color it in as I go. If I end up not making it, like, let's say it is only $2,600, then, you know, then I'm not going to need all these squares, all these puzzle pieces. But this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm planning to do. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up if you like this content, and consider subscribing for more videos. Maybe not exactly like this, but, you know, to follow me on this journey of trying to swim through this future debt. I know this is a little bit backwards for a budgeting channel. Usually it's like you have the debt first and then you pay it off, but this is like I'm diving into the debt, embracing it with open arms. Because yeah, right now the priority is to see my daughter play. I hope you guys have a great day, great week, wherever you are, whenever you finally get to watch. So I appreciate your support very much. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.